Hiya, this morning I was listening to the radio and I heard a record that I haven't heard for ages. Do you remember Dawn's Tie a Yellow Ribbon? Well, that brought back a memory to me from way back in 1973, and I'll tell you about that in a bit. But first, I've got to go downstairs because I do believe there's an Amazon package there waiting for me. In March of 1973, there were only a couple of things I was interested in: music and sport. On the sporting front, today, which is March 31st, Ken Norton beat Muhammad Ali on a split points decision in San Diego for the World Heavyweight Championship. In the UK on that day, Red Rum overtook Crisp pretty much just before the line to win the Grand National. And that was the kind of thing that I was really interested in those days. Should we have a look what's in here? Now, I don't know about you, but 1973 doesn't feel like 50 years ago. And this summer, I'm going to be 63. Back then, I was just 12. Right, what I've got is a new camera backpack. Now, when I was 12, 40 seemed like really old, and 60 seemed like ancient. This year, I'm going to be 63. And those 50 years from 1973 to now, I've gone, to be honest with you, in a flash. Now in my head, I'm still in my 20s. It's only my body that thinks it isn't. Let me get my camera case, my old one. This is why I've had to get a new one. I'm kind of overloaded. The aim of this is to be able to put my equipment in a safe place when we go out, because to be honest with you, I'm forever chucking things about. And little video camera, and I never seem to be able to take everything out with me. That's why I've bought this. Back in 1973 I was at prep school, and being at prep school it was the first time my parents paid for me to go to school. I'd gone all the way through junior school, and then I was at prep school. And what I found with prep school is that I was one of the nouveau riche. All the kids there, most of them, their dads had been there years before, and they thought that they were better than me. And as a consequence of that, I got a bit of bullying, particularly when, at the time, my mum and dad had an amusement arcade and a bingo on holiday camp. And when everybody from my school was on holiday, I was working in our arcade. And so I didn't get the same time off as them. What happened to me was that in January, when our season was over, Mum and Dad would take me away for a couple of weeks. Now the problem with that was when I came back after a couple of weeks, those that had been at school had a go at me because they thought I shouldn't have took time away. I should have had my holidays in the summer when they had. Now it was all right for them with their little trips and jaunts all across Europe and the world. They were having a good time in the holidays. Whereas the holidays was the time when my parents earned money. And that's what I had to do as well. I certainly can remember fighting my battles against them. And remembering that it was not a great time to be at school. But there were good times, and this is when it comes to that memory that I was going to tell you about. My sister used to open at a place called Englefield Green near Egham in Surrey. My brother-in-law's dad had a set of dodgems, and during the off part of our season, if I was lucky, I was allowed to go and stop with them. And for a kid of 12 at the time, it was great. I'd be on the dodgems, I could get all the rides for free, and I'd walk about and have a really good time. And it was at that time that the actress Diana Dawes came and had a go on the dodgems on a Saturday afternoon. And me, being me, jumped in one of the cars and I knocked her all over the dodgem track. As soon as she spun round, I'd hit the back and spin her around again. It was brilliant. And at the end of the ride, I went up to her all nicely and said, "Excuse me, could I have your autograph?" And she was lovely. She found a piece of paper and a pen she had with her, and she wrote on it, "To James, who banged me 100 times." And I was so proud of that. I thought it was great. I wish I had the piece of paper now, because I'd definitely show it to you. And it's really funny that hearing that song today brought all those memories back to me. And I have to be honest, at the time they seemed quite hard. But that being bullied in school wasn't fun. But the rest of my life was pretty good. And the thing about my dad was that he taught me about sticking up for yourself, about resilience, about finding your way in the world. And that was such a good thing for me. And so hearing that song today has really made my day, to be honest. It's brought me back some memories, some not so great, some absolutely brilliant. And that's the thing about music, isn't it? It really, really gives you such good times. So what do you think to this bag then? Look, I think it's quite good. I've got all this in it so far. I've still got room for more. I can put a laptop in the top here, and my tripod can go into the bottom. And for 26 quid, that's tremendous value. And that's all I really wanted to say today. It's just a quick memory comebacks, a bit of music that reminded me of some good times that I wanted to share with you. And I got my new bag. Oh, I'm so excited. I'll see you next time. Don't forget, hit that like button if you've enjoyed this, because I don't know what you like if you don't. Catch you later. Ta-da.